Have you ever stopped to think about where the values we once held dear have gone? A question that's been echoing in the minds of many. Let's take a journey back in time, not too far, just a handful of decades ago. Picture a neighborhood where doors are left unlocked, where kids play freely in the streets, the air filled with their innocent laughter. A place where a simple hello from a stranger was met with a warm smile and not a suspicious glance. A time when respect, empathy, and understanding were the threads that wove the fabric of society. Fast forward to today, and it's a stark contrast. We live in a world where doors are bolted, not just physically but emotionally too, where the laughter of children is often replaced by the hum of gadgets and where a stranger's hello is met with apprehension. There was a time when patience was a virtue, not just a word in a forgotten poem, when tolerance wasn't just a hashtag, but a way of life. Remember when ethics were the cornerstone of every decision, and not just a corporate buzzword? We've swapped meaningful conversations for quick texts, replaced understanding with judgment, and empathy seems to be on the brink of extinction. But let's not get lost in nostalgia, for it's not about romanticizing the past, but about acknowledging the shift in our values, in the essence of who we are as a society. We've collectively moved away from virtues that were once second nature to us. Respect, understanding, patience, tolerance, empathy. These were not just words, they were actions, they were choices, they were a way of life. It seems like the values we once cherished have slowly eroded away. But why is that? And more importantly, what can we do about it? As we delve deeper into this topic, let's remember that values, like the tides, can shift. But unlike the tides, we have the power to direct this shift. It's time we reclaim our values and make this world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. Why do values matter? Can't we just get by without them? Imagine yourself in a bustling city. You're late for an important meeting and suddenly your car breaks down in the middle of a busy intersection. Sounds stressful, right? But what if in the midst of this chaos, a stranger steps forward, not minding the pouring rain or honking traffic, and helps you push your car to the side of the road? This stranger, let's call him Tom, didn't have to help, but he did, because he values kindness and empathy. Tom's action, driven by his values, turned a terrible day into a bearable one, and you both part ways with a newfound friendship. Or consider another scenario. You're a young entrepreneur trying to get your startup off the ground. The market is ruthless and the competition is tough. But instead of resorting to cutthroat tactics, you decide to play it fair. You believe in integrity and honesty. Months pass by and it's a slow climb, but you remain patient, putting your values at the forefront of your business. And then one day, you land a big client who was drawn to your authenticity and ethical approach. Your patience and dedication to your values paid off, and your startup begins to thrive. These stories aren't just hypotheticals. They are real-life scenarios that happen every day, illustrating the significant impact of values in our lives. They influence our decisions, shape our interactions, and ultimately determine the course of our lives. Values like patience, empathy, respect, and integrity act as the invisible threads weaving together the fabric of our society. They promote understanding, forge connections, and inspire acts of kindness. They encourage us to be better, to do better. So, why do values matter? Because without them, we are merely existing, not living. Without values, we lose our sense of purpose, our sense of self. Without values like patience, empathy, and respect, our society would be a much different and arguably a much worse place. So, we've established that values are important and that we seem to be losing them. But what can we do to reclaim these values? It's not just about noticing the shift. It's about making a conscious decision to promote and uphold values like ethics, patience, tolerance, and empathy. First off, it starts with self-awareness. We need to be more mindful of our actions and how they affect others. This can be as simple as holding the door for the person behind you, or as profound as standing up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. It's about understanding that our actions echo in our communities, creating ripples of influence that can either uphold our values or erode them further. Next, let's not forget the power of kindness. A small act of kindness can have a massive impact. It's like a beacon of light that guides others towards empathy and compassion. It's a chain reaction that can change the world, one act at a time. And lastly, Standing up for what's right isn't always easy. It's often challenging, and it can sometimes feel like you're swimming against the tide. But remember, every wave starts with a single ripple. So, stand tall, stand strong, and let your actions reflect your values. Reclaiming our values starts with each one of us. It's a commitment to living a life that reflects the values we believe in. Before we end this discussion, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've delved into the shift in societal values, the significance they hold in our lives, and how we can actively reclaim them. Ethics, patience, tolerance, empathy. These aren't just words, they are the pillars that uphold our society. Remember, the change starts with you. Uphold these values and become the change you want to see in the world. If you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.